Well, good Monday morning, everyone. I am David, and I am your chaplain here at Progressive, and this is this week's Monday's Motivation. The word cancer is probably one of the most hated words in our English language. It has affected so many lives. It has destroyed so many lives and families. It's killed so many people that even the mere mention of cancer, we just hate that word, right? Now, what would your response be if tomorrow morning you turned on the TV and there's a doctor there and he's saying, we have found the cure to cancer? I mean, what would your response be? I know what I would do. I would get on the phone and I would say, hey, you gotta watch what this guy's saying. Is it for real? Can we really trust someone that's saying something like, there's a cure for cancer? Well, in our text today, in John chapter 1, verse 29, John the Baptist is with a couple of his disciples, and he sees this man, this average guy, walking on the other side of the Jordan River, and it's Jesus. And he says this about Jesus. He says, look, it's the Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world. Now see, as bad as cancer is, there's something so much worse in this world. It's called sin. And only the Lamb of God, only Jesus can take that sin away from the world. So why the Lamb of God? Why Jesus? What does John mean? Why is it that important that he would point Jesus out like that? Well, we have to go back to the Old Testament, and this time we call Passover. And at Passover, that was where the people of Israel were being led out of Egypt the night before that happened. And God told Moses to tell his people that they were to take a lamb and they were to sacrifice the lamb, and they were to take its blood and to smear it over the doorpost. And if they did that, then God's angel would pass over that house and only kill the firstborn of the Egyptians. Well, in faith, the Israelites, they believed God, and they did that. They sacrificed the lamb, they put the blood over the doorpost, and the death angel passed over that house. Well, that's what John is saying. He's just pointing back to the Old Testament and pointing to Jesus as it's not some lamb that's going to have to be sacrificed year after year after year like it was in the Hebrew culture, in the Israelite culture. No, Jesus would be sacrificed once and for all. That his sacrifice, because it's God himself putting forward his own lamb that will cover the sins of the whole world. So just like we would be super excited about someone finding the cure of cancer, this statement that behold the Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world, this is one of the most hope-filled statements in all of the Bible. It says that God has a plan and God has a way to remove the sting of sin that leads to death in our life and in this world, and his name is Jesus. So, who is Jesus? According to John chapter 1, verse 29, he is the Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world. Well, I hope that you will put your trust in Jesus today and not in what we can do to remove that sin out of our life. Well, I hope you guys have an awesome, a safe, and a productive work week.